Hello everyone, my name is Luyando Timothy Chimuka and I am a grade 8 pupil of St. Dominic's Boys Secondary School. Here at St. Dominic Boys Secondary School, we have many different farming practices such as livestock and crop production. With me here, we are going to look at our crop production. We'll start off with our tomatoes. Here we have our tomato and a variety of different other crops, but we're going to just look at our tomatoes. As you can see, here we practice drip irrigation, where we get a pipe and then we poke holes in the bottom so that the water can be dripping into the soil. We call these pipes drippers. This helps conserve moisture in the soil and also reduces labor. So we can also take a walk around. We can spot some other types of crops which we do not plant, which we call weeds. As you can spot here, there are some weeds growing amongst our tomatoes. So here we practice manual or mechanical methods of weeding, where we can just uproot by hand. We call this manual weeding. We do this type of method so that we don't have to go and buy expensive herbicides that can also harm the environment and our crops as well. So we can keep taking our fertilization processes. We use manure, decompound, and urea. This helps boost our crop production. As you can spot here, we have flowers. They are developing flowers, and you can also see a small fruit of tomato over here. Or we can also spot some bigger ones around. But right now, we're just going to look at our tomatoes. So this is why agriculture is important in the society. And we also have a method we call staking. We get a stick or a twig, we put it in the ground. We tie a wire so that we can help our tomatoes to stand. Because when the fruits develop, it will become heavy and the tomato won't be able to stand. This will compromise the fruits and increase the risks of them dying. So we can continue walking around the farm. You can see some of my fellow students are helping around with the farm. This is why agric is important in the society, because it supplies many with food. We can just harvest these, and we are expecting to harvest at least 35 to 50 boxes per day of tomatoes. We can sell them in Solwezi market, and we can also eat the surplus so that we don't have to go and buy tomatoes. The money we get from selling these tomatoes can help improve the school and can also help us to improve on our vegetable garden. So right now we're heading to our green pepper production field.
So here we are again. I'm Maimbo Hankumba and I've now brought you to our green pepper production field. But we have various vegetables here, but our main focus will be on our green pepper. So this all started off with our nursery, which was done in June. And then since after we do a nursery, we have to start our transplanting. So this was transplanted after a month. So for our management practices we do water irrigation, and the water irrigation we practice here is furrow irrigation. And as you can see, we have a lot of sprinklers around to also help us water, such as the ones that are around us. And when it comes to our weeding, here we practice what we call the manual and the mechanical weeding. And here now I'm going to use a hoe to do it. So this is whereby we dig up our weeds and remove them from the soil so that we can prevent our plants from having disturbances as they grow, because these can disturb our plants from growing and we cannot be able to pass big machines to remove our weeds here. And when it comes to our fertilization, we use the manure that we get from our livestock production facility. So the manure, we add it here, and also that same manure that we get is also, we also use our compound. We also use compound D and urea. But since it can scorch and burn our plants, we just use it in small amounts. So now when it comes to our harvesting, we can see as there are various crops here. As we keep on moving, you can see that we have some mature ones, and we pick up the mature ones. Like here, this plant is maybe okay and mature for it to be grown. and we can also sell it now because it is big enough to be sold and can be sold at a certain price that we can grade it at according to how it is. So as we harvest them, first we have to go through the market process again when it comes to our green peppers. So we first have to grade them, sort them, and clean them. So as you can see, we have already harvested some, and we just have to grade them, sort them, and also weigh them to see how much they can be, and also have to price them. So as we do this, after we package them, when we package these look okay to be sold, and they can be sold at different various prices. And also when we get these, we package them, and once we package them, at least we can sell them at the Solwezi market. And once we sell them, we can also get some money from there to help develop our school and our co-production facility. So now, because of me knowing all of this, it has also helped me want to start practicing this at home. So once I do this and practice it at home, it can also help me and my family stop buying a lot of vegetables from wherever we go. So we can only buy our own vegetables and eat our own, and also sell some that we can also sell some for the community and help develop our country's economy. We also have our onions, which can be sold at also different prices. We have some red onions here, and white onion here. So these are also healthy and also help us grow. And these can be used and sold to the community. As you can see, we have some onions outside of the field. So this is done to help improve our economy. And we're also still developing our vegetable production. As you can see, there's a garden that's developing over there, and we have eggplants on this side of the field. And this is a slightly sloping land, so we use some ridges to help our plants grow properly. And we have a good source of water down there, which is a stream. So this is done for help to grow mine. And we also have this side with our eggplants. As you can see, there are many, and we started this not far back, so we can get this. As you can see, there are even some plants even here. There's some over here, as you can see, eggplants, very good and healthy for us to eat. And these are also watered through furrow irrigation and also our sprinklers there. So this is also done for us. And to prevent us from buying or using a lot of money for the school just to buy for all of us, we also consume these same vegetables. And also this has also encouraged me to go home and start my own garden at home, so that the whole family can enjoy good and healthy vegetables. From me, Maimo Nkumba, this was all I had for you today in my presentation about our school. Thank you and goodbye. See you next time.
Greetings to you. My name is Lusambo Mapalo, and I'm a grade 8 at St. Dominic Boys Secondary School, Mushidamo District, Northwestern Province. Here at our school, we've got several farming enterprises like livestock production and crop production. But for me here, I'll talk about livestock production. As you can see here, we've got multiple chickens outside, and the chickens that are roaming outside, these we call them broilers, and the chickens that we keep in here are called broilers. The chickens in here are broilers that we keep under semi-intensive rearing. When we ask ourselves, what is semi-intensive rearing? This is a type of rearing that we keep our birds both inside and outside. And before our broilers came in, we had to go through some certain preparations, like we had to clean the walls and the floor, we had to disinfect, we had to set a source of heat, and we also had to put the free litter. In here, as you can see, the litter consists of maize bran, sawdust, and chicken manure. And also, before the arrival of our broilers, we had to ensure that we've got sizable drinkers and sizable feeders, and we also had to ensure that we've bought enough feed. As you can see here, we've got feed for our broilers, and this feed here consists of maize bran, meal number 3, and also consists of soya. This feed is the feed that we put in our feeders here for our broilers to eat. And we also have a sizable drinker for our cradlers that we put in there, because we've got a sizable drinker here for our cradlers to drink water from. As you can see in there, we've got cradlers drinking from their drinkers. The management practices we do here are we vaccine our chickens necessary to prevent them from some diseases. To mention a few: Gumboro, Newcastle, fowl pox and fowl typhoid. And we also tend their litter that consists of maize bran, sawdust and manure to keep the poultry house clean. So here we are tending the litter. Yes. And we also ensure that we give our chickens good water to drink in their drinkers. As you can see, our cradlers are now running to the drinkers to drink water, and we always ensure that we provide for them feed in their feeders. So I'll just pour the feed in their feeders like this. As you can see, we have a cradler in my colleague's hand, and these cradlers are 1 month old. Yes. So now we're feeding the cradlers in their feeders, and we have ensured that we put feed in each feeder. And this livestock has given me interest that we should always lessen the burden for our parents to buy chickens. Instead, when I go home, I encourage everyone home to continue this practice, that we can start a poultry house for our chicks, and we can rear them and earn money, and also lessen the burden for our parents buying chickens for our home consumption. And this is a boarding school, so we rear our cradlers to lessen the burden for their administration to buy more chickens, not to waste money for them. Instead, we keep chickens here for our chicks. We keep chicks here for our consumption here as a boarding school. As you can see here, we have now the chickens that we keep under free range. As we were there in the last sector, those were our small chicks that we used to keep under a deep litter house. But as you can see, these are now our chickens. As when they grow, they'll look like this, and we keep them under free range. As you can see, we have one large chicken there, or a rooster that we can call, that has a desirable weight of 2 kg in 8 weeks. And some of these chickens, we sell them to our community and Solwezi market, that we earn income. And as I said, this was a boarding school, so to lessen the burden of our administration buying more chickens, we can just come get a chicken from here and cut it. And as the income that we're getting from selling our chickens, we can use it to develop our school and also get more chickens for more production.
I'm Chimbala Chireshe, the teacher of agriculture science. As you can see with my boys, these are the grade 8 pupils who are doing a career vocational pathway under agriculture science. And in Agricas, it has been alluded by the boys, we are doing a lot of things, a lot of knowledge imparted in our pupils, and the practical aspect is well covered. So in the conclusion, I'm here encouraging all the schools out there to take part in the production unit, as it been emphasized that we need to do a lot of things in the production unit that will help the smooth run of many schools, as it been encouraged by the president that we need to do a lot actually in the production unit that will help and suffice some of the costs we are encountering as schools. So here we are a new boarding school situated in Mushindamo district, northwestern province. So we had a tour of what we are doing at school. My boys, they've explained on the tomato production and the green pepper which is happening down there, and a lot of activities, as well as the livestock production. So at least the labor is lessened. The cost of buying a lot of these things in our school by the management is lessened, in the sense that much of what we are getting from the livestock production in terms of chicken is fed by the boys, and we reduce on the buying of these things. So there, I'm here to encourage each and every school to practice. A bye-bye to you all. Okay, we are St. Dominic's Boys Secondary School. Wow.